We're back in the kitchen. Hang on. If I drop it, it's meant to hold. It didn't hold. Anyway, I'm back in the kitchen. You're probably thinking, what am I cooking today? I'm actually not cooking anything. But I am making tea, so it ain't all that bad. We can have a nice conversation as it happens. Sorry for like the glare, like you can't see my hand now. It's gone. All you need to make tea, kettle, tea bags, unless you're using like actual stuff, like using like time, then you need like a sift so you can sit in. But we're not doing that because I'm not bothered enough. So I'm going for Lipton Peach Mango. That actually went perfectly into frame, by the way. Can we get a freaking job well done for that? Jesus. Holy. So, step number 1 is rinse this out. You don't really need to do this if it's clean. But the last time I had tea, he was sitting in my room overnight, so I don't know. Yeah. Mind you, I've got a big ass cup to do this. Like, I mean, I've got large hands though, so it's kind of hard to tell. It's hard to gauge, but I don't know, it's like 600 mils. Usually if I'm having tea, I'm having it in a cup like this, in which case it's a lot smaller, but I'm not having a little amount of tea, I'm having a lot of tea. So I need the tea and the honey this is all you need. Tea, cup, shit, and honey. Obviously you change shit up depending on what tea you're using. I'm using Lipton Peach Mango. This slaps, if I'm being quite honest with you. Okay, so it says it's black tea, which means I should heat up the kettle to the black tea setting. I know, fancy schmancy. I used to just have the kettle I used to turn on and it used to turn off by itself when it reached boiling point. This one has settings. How cool is that? Green tea, this is black tea. Cool, I wanted to catch. Black tea. Okay. Yeah, that's boiling anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered if I had the old kettle running or not. Right, so anyway, sorry if it gets loud. But all you do is you get your tea bag, then chuck it in. Now I've got a lid that sort of looks like this, so I don't actually have to hold it. I can just pop it through like the mouth bit that's there. I just pop it through that. That way I can become lazy and not have to hold it and just do that. So because it's sitting down like that, hang on. So as you can see, as you can not see, there you go, as you can see it's not like touching the bottom. And that has a purpose. There's a purpose for this. I get my spoon. I get my very long spoon. By the way, just so you know, it is actually a long spoon. Where's my teaspoons? Where the hell have all the teaspoons? Oh, there are no teaspoons. Not to alarm you, but there are no... Well, this is a teaspoon, but it's a long teaspoon. But I want to show you the gauge of how large this is. Okay, fork. Forks usually about the same size as a teaspoon, like these small ones. Look at how fucking large this is. I'm not joking, by the way. Like, this is the cup. The large cup that I was talking about earlier. It's huge. So that means I can put it in and not get my hand burnt. Anyway, for now I'm just gonna take the tea bag out. But just as a thing, we're doing that. Get your honey. Now this is again a large cup. So I'm gonna do one. Yeah, I've like spilled half the honey back into the thing. One. I find that shaking the spoon helps get it off. Yeah, when I say that, I don't actually know if that makes much of a difference, saying that, you know, honey is actually really viscous. So one. Did do a big teaspoon the first time. 2. And you leave the spoon in there. Close the honey. Put it back. This is about to finish, so what I'll do is I'll quickly pop the tea bag back in, and again make it fly back out again. And then you set it like that again. And then what we do, I actually don't know when this turns off. Oh, it's off. There's a blue light. I know. Fancy schmancy. There's lights on this one. The last one is done. This one has lights on it. So what you do, never mind. No, you don't. So you pop it back in. This is actually where I might start holding it. So you hold it. And then when you look inside, you got the round bit of the spoon, right? You look at the round bit of the spoon, get a whole lot of steam in your face. But as you pour in the water, you want to pour it onto the tea bag. Now we put this back for just a moment. And then you want to mix. Now this way, and you want your tea bag still in there. This way, as you mix the honey, oh no, friggin', this is a posh way of saying it, but it's going to infuse the flavour of the honey with the flavour of the tea. Now once you feel like there's not much more honey thickness left, because when you start mixing it, you'll still feel the honey, because the honey's thick, comparably. So, then what you want to do is you want to leave the tea bag in there. Even when you stop mixing it, you want to leave the tea bag in there. And bring the kettle back over. And you want to keep pouring again. You want Okay, about there. You want to pour about 1 to 2 centimeters from the top. That way you can still mix it and not have a panic attack wondering if you're going to spray yourself with boiling hot water. Also make sure that the tea bag you're pulling up on it, because that way it doesn't mix around the spoon, so then when you try to pull it out later, it doesn't become a pain in the ass. Now you only mix it for a bit, and then you get 2 tissues, lay them down flat, let the tea bag drip a little bit. You put a bowl in the tissues. You dip it a couple times so then you don't get the bench dirty. It's hot. Okay, maybe you need a bit more than 2 tissues. It's so hot. Okay, maybe you need a bit more than 2 tissues. Whew. Still a bit warm, so maybe you need a bit more than 2 tissues. And then you throw that out. Now you probably noticed that there's a lot of honey, not a lot of tea bag time in the thing. Again, this is the way I like it, personally, because it gives a good amount of peach mango and a good amount of honey. Then all you do is you mix it just a little bit. proper pelter. I've learnt a new punching technique. Fucking hell. Alright, you mix it, you pop the lid back on nice and quickly, so then that way the heat doesn't rush out. That felt nice and easy to get on. Now we put the tea aside and we let it rest for a bit, because if you drink that, your tongue's out. Like, no more. Your tongue, no more. Last night I drank my tea relatively hot. This morning I had toast with avocado on it. I could not taste anything. It burnt my taste buds off. Anyway, so that's tea. Shout out to my grandfather for providing the honey. Fresh honey, it's amazing. I love the way it tastes because it's fresh. It doesn't taste like preservatives. Actually, no, you wouldn't have preservatives in honey. Fun fact, honey doesn't spoil, so you wouldn't have preservatives in honey, but it doesn't taste like sweetened. Like, as an example, we've got this whole fucking thing of honey, and it has sugar. Hopefully that's natural sugar, but it's got sugar in the sweetener. Who does that? It's cursed. Anyway, but yeah, that was like proper, like, you know, honey. It's not like, you know. I know where it came from, but I haven't gone to that jar. It's just, yeah. And for any vegans saying, you know how much bees went into making that honey? Yes, I do. Believe me, don't give a shit. Because they were doing that either way. If I was having this or not, they were doing that anyway. And even if my grandfather didn't have any bees, they were still doing it somewhere else. Why the fuck do I care? Fly or some shit just flew directly at me, man. God, death wish or something. Shout out to this, to whatever this is. My mum brought it from work. She's like a science, she's like a lab tech. So she brought this home from work, and on these little things, they've got temperatures on them. And basically, whatever one's floating, or the lowest, or sorry. Okay, basically, you got these two up the top, and there's four down here. The one that is either higher here, the highest of the low, the one that's either the highest of the low or floating around here, that's what the temperature is. So right now, it's 24 degrees. Actually no, I think if it's split like this, my mistake, I think if it's split like this, it's in between these two because it goes in twos. So it's 24 and 26. Yeah, so it's 25. I just think it's cool, so it deserves a shout out. Whoever designed this, good job, don't tell you. Don't keep it away from the kids, because I'm telling you, this thing's breaking like with nothing done to it. Yeah. So, I hope you enjoy your tea. Comment, if you've made it this far, comment your favourite comment your favourite pan. Now obviously you can't really send a photo. If you got the name, send it in. But if you don't have the name of your favourite pan, send in the company that made your fridge. My one's Samsung. Samsung made my fridge. And my phone actually. Don't care for anyone that says Apple's better. Because honestly, don't really give a shit what one's better. I've got a Samsung and it's worked fine for me. Anyway, but back to my favourite pan. It's this Master, what is that, like Master Chef one? It's quite fucking dirty under here, but Here it's clean. All the times I've cooked my eggs, I cook them in here. It doesn't stick very bad. It works, and it's metal. Don't know why it wouldn't be metal, but it's metal. It's also sparkly on the inside, which I think is a cool fucking bonus. I mean, think about it, you know, you wash this, you know, you get your sponge, you know, just got under fucking time, but okay. And you see, it's all sparkly, tells you it's clean. I was about to throw this and try to catch it. I'm not doing that because I don't want to break my favourite pan. Because I love my favourite pan. Righto, let's get the sponge out of the time. Yes, I hope you enjoyed. I don't know why I needed a 16-minute video on how to make tea. As if any of you are dumb and don't know how to put boiling hot water on a tea bag with a little bit of honey. But you know what? It's things like these that are for clarification, you know? So maybe someone didn't. Maybe someone didn't. And look, now you do. You don't even have to say that you didn't know. Just go in the comments and say, I already knew this, dumbass, and move on. You know, you might have not known it, but you know, you do now, you're gonna pretend that you do. Because otherwise people call you dumb. I mean, if you say in comments that you don't know how to make tea, then you are dumb for saying that. Yeah, so, next food video coming out maybe Wednesday this week. I say maybe. But you know what? Just whack the fly. Anyway, saying that it does come out Wednesday, that's good. If it doesn't, then I'm sorry. Jeez, it's like any of my videos actually have a scheduled upload time. It's just whenever I feel like it, which I mean, probably not the best idea to get views, but you know, what is more entertaining than making tea? Come on. So, like and subscribe, drink water, and yeah, see ya in the next one. Roll the outro.
Subscribe or a goody long legs will be in your hands.